Welcome everyone to Vested Interest. This is Shane back again for another stock pick of the day, first one of the week. As we're wrapping up July, we've got a few more for this month, and then we'll be on to August. I can't believe this year has gone by so fast, but it is flying by. We are going to take a look at Whirlpool. It is July 25th, so let's jump right in. And I'm sure most of you are aware who Whirlpool is, but they are a provider of household appliances, refrigerators, washers and dryers, stoves, products like that. Whirlpool Corporation started in 1911 as a small company in Benton Harbor, Michigan. That's my home state, Michigan. For more than 100 years, its flagship brand has driven innovations from introducing the very first automatic washing machine in 1948 to winning more than 20 CES Innovation Awards. We're proud of the American heritage and ingenuity that drive our continued purpose of purposeful innovation. So again, they've been around for a long time, coming up on 100 years already. Actually, over 100 years, 111 years. So over 100 years, so they have come through, downward turns before, recessions, the Great Depression, 2008 decline, 84 stock market crash. You name it, they've been through it over the last 100 plus years. So I'm sure they are going to survive this downturn as well. Everyone needs appliances. Whenever your washer and dryer goes out, your only other option is to go to a laundromat. I know a lot of people don't like to do that, so they will purchase a new washer and dryer. Unless you're headed over to your mom's or girlfriend's or wherever to do your laundry, as well as a fridge. Most people can't live without them these days, and stoves and that sort of thing. So they are providing retailers with the products that they need. They are in the consumer discretionary sector, so it is something that if people can put off, they may. But again, for a lot of these big ticket items, whenever they go out, they're just part of our everyday lives, and we need to replace them. Full disclosure, they are not in my portfolio currently, but they are one I am watching. Again, not only are they a Michigan-based company, which I like to support whenever I can, and I do live in Michigan, they also provide, like I said, retail products that most people need, even though they are in the consumer discretionary sector. So as of the close of business on July 25th, they closed the day at $164.65, down 1.86% on the day. We are talking about Whirlpool Corporation, ticker WHR, again in the consumer discretionary sector. As you can see, pretty volatile overall throughout the day. It looks like they were actually down a little bit further, maybe around the 163 range, and closed out the day at 164.65. Looks like they are coming up a little bit in the after hours, recoup some of those losses that they had for the day. In the 52-week range, they have been as low as $145.93, as high as $245.44. So not at the low, but not very far off it from where they hit the bottom currently. 145, obviously, if you could have got them back here, that would have been ideal, or even lower. They have a market cap of $9.254 billion. They have a beta of 1.56, so more volatile than the overall market. And as you can see, like I said, throughout the day, you can kind of see that volatility. PE ratio of 6.13, extremely low PE ratio for this company. They have a forward dividend of $7 paid out on the year. That is paid out quarterly, so divide by 4. That will tell you your quarterly payouts. And they do have a yield of 4.17%, so a nice dividend yield. Their last ex-dividend date was May 19th. So you've missed that one. You wouldn't get the next dividend. You would have to wait for the following one. According to Yahoo Finance, where I pulled this information, not affiliated, just where I like to pull some information, they have a one-year target estimate of $202.67 per share. So speaks to some upward price appreciation in the stock price. Let's take a look at the other 15 stock analysts who have taken a look at this. They call it a hold, so they're not advising you to buy this right now. Out of the 15 that have taken a look at this, they're saying a hold on it currently. So if you own it, just sit tight. If you don't have it in your portfolio, maybe wait for a further pullback. They have a low of $138.37, which would be a 15.96% decline from where it currently sits, and that would be actually a new 52-week low. I think in the previous slide we saw it was around 140, mid-$140 range was the previous 52-week low. So they're estimating that it will hit a new low. So again, might be one to throw on the watch list and watch it as we hit more volatile times. This bear market, we're still in the middle of a bear market in my opinion, so maybe one that continues to pull back as we go through this. Again, in the consumer discretionary, these are items that sometimes people put on hold if they can to buy other things that they absolutely need. They also have an average projected price of $206.72, which would be a 25.55% upside. And if it happens to hit the high, $315 per share, that would be a 91.31% upside from where it currently sits at $164.65. This information is brought to you by stockanalysis.com. Again, not affiliated, but another source that I like to look for information as of July 25th. So that is Whirlpool Corporation. It's not in my portfolio. It is one that I am watching. I am watching it for more of a pullback to that 140 range or lower, where we saw its last 52-week range. It's not one I'm in a hurry to add. The consumer discretionary does not do very well in high inflationary and recessionary times, but they tend to perform pretty well as we come out of those times. So as things start to get better over the next year and a half or so, if you add while it's low, this one should be one that turns around and returns pretty well, because the things people had been putting off during times like we're currently in, bear markets or recessionary times, those purchases that they put off, they tend to jump back into once things start turn around and we leave recession and interest rates start to drop back down. So again, maybe one to watch, see if it pulls back to this 140 to 130 range and add it there. If you're interested in something in the consumer discretionary sector, I am looking to add some things. Whirlpool is one of those that I want to add. Currently, I only have Leggett & Platt in my consumer discretionary slice, and I do want to add another couple companies there to that piece. So Whirlpool is on my watch list for a pullback to 130, 140-ish. Once it gets there, we'll probably pull the trigger if we don't have other opportunities that are better opportunities. And that's really all for this one. I appreciate everyone stopping by. If you haven't done so already, don't forget to show me some love. Hit that thumbs up, ring the notification bell, subscribe to the channel, drop a comment down below. Dropping a comment and hitting that like button really helps out a small YouTube channel like me get the word out. I do personally read and respond to the comments. I'm always interested to read your questions, comments, opinions, suggestions for future topics, or constructive criticism. Drop it all down below. And this is Shane signing off, wishing peace and prosperity to you and yours. And remember, financial security comes to those who take a vested interest. Hey, we'll see you in the next one. Hope you're having a great week and off to another great one. Like we said, we're wrapping up July, heading into August. This year is really flying by. So keep at it as these stocks pull back. Don't be afraid to pull the trigger if you've done your research and they're on sale. Pick them up at those bargain basement prices. Don't be afraid of a sale. I'm not a financial advisor. Nothing in this presentation should be considered financial advice. I'm only sharing my opinion and investing journey for educational and entertainment purposes. Investing involves risk. You can't lose money. You should never invest any amount and are comfortable losing. Always do your own research. Invest based on your situation, circumstances, and select criteria, or seek the advice and counsel of a certified financial advisor.